Welcome to another Beer in Front video review. The beer I'm going to have today is one that's being judged for the Beer in Front Awards, and this is Old Style. I've talked about this on the show quite a few times. It's the quintessential Chicago macro beer, even though it's never been made here. It was a G. Heilemann Brewing Company beer brewed in Wisconsin, but Old Style has always been considered the Chicago macro. They had a long history with the Chicago Cubs, where you would always get an Old Style at Wrigley Field, even back when Harry Carey was calling games and he was famous as being a Bud man. You'd still get Old Style at Wrigley Field. Now, I fancied it up a bit and poured it into the nice Taku glass. You can see it looks really good. It looks maybe a bit darker than your usual macros. It just smells like an Old Style. It's just an old man macro beer. Like, they should bottle this. This should be in a little cologne. Do a little Old Style. If you're watching, I think PBR owns them now. So Pabst folks, if you're watching, Old Style, little cologne, I think you'll make some money. Just send a couple my way over to Beer in Front. But yeah, smells just like, Old Style. Smells like a macro beer. The taste is good. We're not splitting atoms here. This is just a macro beer, and for what it is, it tastes good. There's sweetness up front from the malt and the adjuncts, a little bitterness, not a lot, but there's just enough that's there. Old Style is still made in Wisconsin, even though they're owned by PBR. I know Heilemann ran into some trouble in the 80s where they were just trying to compete with your Budweisers and Millers and Coors, and just didn't work out. They tried changing the formula back in the 90s. They changed the can to some modern version, and I think that was the downfall of Old Style, but they have gone back to the original can, so that's good. It's a good price point. You could pick it up at anywhere in Chicago. You could pick it up. You drive by anywhere in the city of Chicago, you'll still see the Old Style sign out at some taverns, which is the mark of a quality tavern. But no, Old Style in itself, solid macro beer. Let me judge this for the awards. So I scored this for the appearance. I gave it a 9. It looks great. There's nothing wrong with the way Old Style looks. For the aroma, I gave the aroma on this a 6. Nice, solid, old school beer. For the flavor, gave it a 6.5. It's a good beer. I think for the price, if you're just looking to grab something on the cheap, you can't go wrong with Old Style. And overall, I gave it a 6.5 as well. That rounded out to be 6.65 on the Beer in Front Award scale. So if you're in the Chicago area or Wisconsin, you could pick it up at any liquor store, gas station, grocery store. You could find yourself an Old Style.